what are you doing? You're doing everything right. You are waking up.
Right.
You're living your dream. You moved out of New York. You moved to LA, and you still can't get a job.
That's an excellent question, Kathrine. Hello, welcome to the Chazz Palminteri Show. Monday, 11 o'clock. You know what that means, new show. You want to see the one-man show, go to chazzpalminteri.net. John, where am I going to be within one-man show?
So the one-man show, the next place you're going to be is... Shit, I fucked that one up. I thought I had it up. I closed it by mistake. That's my fault.
Oh, you can cut it out.
Yeah, we'll cut it up. First place you're going to be, February 13th, you're going to be in Englewood, New Jersey at the Bergen Performing Arts Center. February 15th, you're going to be in West Long Branch, New Jersey at the Monmouth University. February 16th, you're going to be in Huntington, New York at the Paramount Theater. And February 21st, you're going to be in Tarrytown, New York at the Tarrytown Music Hall.
All right, if you never saw the show, come and see it. Show that started it all. Also, today, don't forget my restaurants, 264 Main Street in White Plains and 30 West 46th Street in Manhattan. I am very excited today because finally the big stars are back. They're back. The girls are here today.
Welcome back,
Yeah,
Catty
I mean,
Cat.
Happy New Year.
That's
Happy
right.
New
We
Year. For
haven't
us,
seen-
it's I know I haven't
you
seen
since
you.
last year.
That's right. I haven't seen you since last year.
know.
So, John, we have so many questions. Well, should we talk about, what about the New Year? How did your New Year's go, okay?
My New Year was really good. I spent it in my building with my neighbors, and it was simple. It was great.
Oh, I did that once with you. It was great.
Yeah, you came to my house. Oh,
Look, could you put your
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Tell your agent to call you back later, please. And you have a good time?
yes, but I didn't do it in my house where we partied.
Yeah.
I did it upstairs in my neighbor's apartment.
Oh, that's better. How was the
Yeah.
food?
The food was good. We ordered pizza. That's
Better-
how simple it was.
Better than last year's food, I hope.
You got some balls.
Oh, those are fighting words.
No. But you ordered pizza.
I don't care. I didn't cook it last year either.
Oh, okay.
We had pizza.
You had
We had our
pizza.
beats.
I'll beats. And how
You were
about
in the city.
Catherine? Yes, I was in the city.
Yeah, Gianna called
we
me. I wished
spent-
I was going with you guys.
New Year's Eve with a friend of ours, Ofe, who's one of a great movie star.
We met her.
She's
yeah.
a Broadway star. Great singer, great entertainer. We spent with her and a few friends down at Odeon. It was great. I had a great time.
I
at
love Odeon.
Yeah.
My
Odeon.
old stomping
Let me tell
grounds.
you, Odeon, that place,
The best.
Every time I go there, the food is off the charts.
Excellent.
good.
And good drinks.
Good drinks, good food. So, tell me, what did you do for New Year's Eve?
I ended up working. So I had a great show in New Jersey. And
New Jersey, there's a lot of
New-
Italians,
A lot
right?
of Italians. I always
Okay.
sell well in New Jersey. Thank you, New Jersey. I'll be back. I'll
Always
be
sell.
back in New Jersey February 8th, actually.
Where are you gonna be back in New York?
At the Avenel Pack. I'm excited for that show. And that's it. But I don't know if I want to work anymore on New Year's. I think I'd like to be away on New Year's.
Really?
I don't like New Year's.
How about you? You
There's
like to be
something
away?
melancholy about it.
I don't like to be. I mean, I could see wanting to. Like, I don't. It's not like something I wouldn't do.
Right.
But I do like to be home for New Year's with my family.
Yeah.
I like to be with the people I love on New Year's. I don't want to be with a bunch of strangers on New
Yeah.
Year's. I don't like that feeling.
No, that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't mind an intimate vacation somewhere. Where I don't like the countdown for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's just like another year.
Yeah.
Come on, stop being naysayers.
No, but it is.
It's 2025. Got 360 opportunities left. I put it on my post the other day.
Yes, but I'm just saying, it's not my favorite moment, that 10-second countdown.
Can I know your New Year's resolution?
I'm not big on New Year's resolutions, but I will
Okay.
say I keep reminding myself, unless it's a yes, unless I want to say yes right away, it's an automatic no to me. I feel like I'm saying, I don't want to be put in situations I don't want to be in anymore, or do things I don't want to do anymore. Just got to remember to follow my gut.
I like that.
Always
Yeah.
follow your gut.
I like that. I
Yeah,
like
how about
that.
you? You have any resolutions?
Yeah. I just want to not. I have to. Really though, I think because I'm a person that just there's no stop sign, and I just say whatever comes to mind. I have to slow down and think about what I'm going to say before I say it to people that don't know me well, I have to chill out the way I speak to people because I just like say whatever on my mind. That's just who I am. I don't mean anything like if it hurts somebody's feelings or
Right.
I just say something. I'm not insulting
Well, you
people.
don't want to, as long as you're not hurting their feelings, Kathrine, I don't think there's anything wrong with saying
I know.
how
I
you
gotta
really feel.
watch mind my words and also be. I really do, and this is gonna sound funny to some people, but not to me. I want to start getting back to church on Sundays.
I think that's great.
I like church. It chills me out. It's like my meditation. It's,
Most people,
I like church.
Most people, especially Catholics, sooner or later they come back to the church. I mean, I myself have been back more than I've ever been. I'd like to be back more, but I myself, because how could you not find church comforting and a blessing just to go there and meditate and to think about your life? I don't know. To me, it's no. I was talking about that on another show I did about habits. Your daily habits are everything. Don't write in a book. People write, well, in 1 year from now, I want to be a star. 1 year from now, I want to have my degree. That's all great. But unless you get your daily habits together, none of that shit
I
will
love
happen.
that. Like systems versus goals. I love that.
Yeah. Don't think writing down long-term goals, and I've said this before on my other podcast. Your daily habits are the most important thing. What can I do today that's going to make tomorrow better? Am I going to work out today? Great. Am I going to eat good today? Am I going to be nice today? Am I going to be kind today? And you know what? As long as you do that, did I work on my career today? Did I read today? If you could do that every day, you'll be successful. Because consistency makes you a success.
It's the key.
It's the key. That's the key, man. So
I just feel like going to church grounds me. It's not even like I'm some big, crazy,
no, don't apologize.
religious
for that.
person.
Would you go
I just
to,
like-
let me ask you a question, because my girlfriend just found a church and it was a non-denominational church.
Yeah.
Which meant it's all Christians,
All
everybody
welcome,
who believes
all
in
welcome.
Christ.
Yeah.
And,
I like that.
and she loved it. She
I
said
went
it
to
was
one in
like-
LA. There used to be one in LA, a big church that a lot of people went to.
Yeah, as long as they're teaching and they're not forcing it on you, I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all.
It's also a sense of community, right? Like, which is something we realize post-pandemic we actually need.
Well, what's so bad about church? Now, you'll have people that argue with me over that.
Why?
I always wonder that. Again, we don't have a religious podcast here, not by any means. But what's so bad about following, like, the Ten Commandments? Okay, so you don't believe God was... Oh my God, where are we going on this? You don't believe Jesus was the Son of God. Okay, that's fine. But you believe he was a prophet? Fine. He was a prophet that said these things. Everything he said was like, I don't know, if you live your life like that and not steal, not rob, not take your brother's wife, or if you do all these things that he said, you got a pretty good life here. So what's wrong with that? I always say, Look, have there wars been started over religion? Yes.
Yeah. Right.
Is the Inquisition, was that great? No. But, it's like anything else. There's nothing wrong with religion if you just take it for what it is. And if you believe and if you're a born-again Christian, great. If you're not, great. If you're just a Catholic, great. Could everybody leave everybody alone, please?
Yeah.
That's the bottom line.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
That's the bottom
Could
line.
everybody just leave everybody alone?
Well, you can't. The thing about the religion thing, though, is I respect all religions. All you
Yes.
want, Buddhism, whatever.
Ever, yes.
I just think that don't push your religion on other people.
I agree.
Or say yours is the way, mine
I
is
agree.
not. It's however your religion is your private thing. It's your private. That's private. To me,
Yes.
that's private.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I don't really talk about it. I just said it today because it's one of my
I
New
think it
Year's
was good that you
resolution to
said.
just go sit in church. It gives me a sense I can meditate. I feel like I lose some of my problems. I come out calm. I
Yeah.
come out I feel more loving. I feel more centered.
Yeah, it's a spiritual thing, folks.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
have New Year's?
What?
You have New Year's resolutions?
My New Year's resolution was that I want to do my daily habits and get better at them. To try to keep them up.
Everything.
And that my New Year's resolution was eating better.
You eat well.
And I eat really well,
Yeah.
but I want to eat better. I'm working out. I want to make sure I work out every day. I want to make sure I read every day. I want to make sure I write every day. Now, am I perfect? No. No, I'm not perfect. I'm a work in progress. That's, but I'm pretty good at staying on one side of the mountain a lot. And people ask me, you've been around for 35, 40 years. Why is that? I said, well, because I work on it. I work on longevity. I work on my craft. I work on doing the right thing. There were people that, Catherine's even too young. Well, no, you're not. Well, but when we first started, Kathrine, there were people that you started with, some actors, men and women. They're not around no more.
Yeah.
Why? And I'm sure you too.
Comedians.
They're not around no more.
I know.
They took another job. They got married. Why? Maybe is it because they weren't as talented as we are? Who knows? Maybe some of them could have been more talented than us. But they didn't have the day-to-day discipline.
Yeah.
That's the key. I knew that there's an actor who's famous. I won't mention his name. And he's really, really good, man, really good. And he started with me, and we started together. And he's been married like 5 times. And you wonder why your career is like this. You wonder why you have a notorious drinking problem. And I love the guy, and he's a great actor. He really is. And you wonder why you're declaring bankruptcy.
Wow.
How could that be?
Could we know who he is? No, kidding.
No.
I know you would never spill the beans.
I never do that. No.
I think a lot of people
But he's
are
a
not
wonderful
around.
actor.
Could I just say, I
Yeah.
think a lot of people are not around because it's the perseverance dies out and the passion dies out. And when the jobs don't come, they're far and few in between. People can't it's not sustainable for some people. They can't afford to sit around and wait for money or pay.
Granted, it's difficult, Kathrine.
Yeah,
You're
it's
right.
difficult.
You're right, but I'm talking about maybe you're able to be better at it if your habits were better, if you worked out, if you ate right, if you did the right things in a right way. Being married 5 times, children with 3 to 4 wives, paying alimony. You choose your sorrows way before they happen to you. Way before. If you do the wrong thing, bad shit will happen. I don't, and again, I'm not perfect. I don't want to start coming down on people because I have screwed up, but I try to get right back on the horse, man. That's all I'm saying is.
I know, but I'm talking about sustaining an acting or in entertainment business. Why people since me and you started, which was 1992.
Yeah.
Some people can't, but I also think that it's not in the cards for them, or they really don't want it because you don't let your passion just go, right?
Yes, I agree with you, Kathrine.
You kind of get that job and pay your bills and stay productive in the business, like whether you're in a class or, I don't know, in the actor's studio, putting up plays, still work.
Yeah.
Like you go to the gym, keep that going too,
Yeah, but
part of your life going too.
Knowing you knew you were going to be successful, didn't you?
I mean,
You felt like it could happen.
oh yeah, of course.
How about you?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said
That's why we stick with it. It's so hard. I've said it before. I've definitely had moments where I'd wake up the next morning and go, oh my God, is this what I'm doing with my life? This is so hard. But you don't quit, and you just, like you say, you put into practice all the things that are going to make you better and make you go
Right.
further. That sometimes it would include staying home and resting and not going out. Sometimes it would include working out, eating right, feeling good about myself for the next time I was going to
That's
be on
right.
stage. So it was like all of those things, preserving myself, my time, my energy, so I could, do well.
Yeah, being
Your lifestyle is a big part of it.
Your lifestyle's everything. Being successful is hard. Oh my God.
Yeah, but think about all the people I know, like that actor who screwed up with his personal life. I know actors in LA, male and female, that were gym rats. Health was everything. Food was everything. They ate right. They worked out. They worked their asses off and did the right thing and still couldn't get ahead, couldn't get an agent, couldn't get a job. We're in class. What are you doing? You're doing everything right. You are waking up.
Right.
You're living your dream. You moved out of New York. You moved to LA. You're doing everything there is to do. You're in class. You're eating. You're in shape. You did it all. And you still can't get a job.
That's an excellent question, Kathrine. And my answer to that is, because I've heard that before, and my answer to that is two things. I think if you're really, really talented, it'll happen. Something will happen. Maybe it's just not for you. You're not that good. Maybe. And maybe God is telling you to do something else. And you could be very successful at that. Because you have to look at your career. If you've been doing this for years and you haven't gotten your SAG card yet, something's wrong. If you've been doing this for a long time and you haven't progressed somehow, some way, then say to yourself, you know what? I'm not as good as the other people on the food chain here. I got to find what I do better. Really?
What about if the other way to go is I am talented. Nobody saw my talent yet. Auditions on tape, especially now, don't really show my talent. A 2-minute thing of me, with no direction, no nothing. You get the self-tape with nothing. You got to do it yourself. What about creating your own work, getting a team together, writing something for yourself that would show exactly what you want to show the world, your talent, whether it's comedy, write a short that's a comedy. Write something, a short, or a play, get a play going and do stuff like that.
I mean, look what happened to me. It's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
And I was, at 30, again, not to talk about it, I'm 38, and but at least I saw my career progressing. And that's what kept me going. I was doing theater in New York. When I got to LA, I was doing guest star roles on all the shows. So I saw my career progress. So I said, okay, I know I'm good and it's progressing, but I was still living from paycheck to paycheck, and then finally I wrote A Bronx Tale because I said, I'll make them know how talented I am, whatever. And you know the story, and it was a big success, but sometimes you got to turn up the volume in your life.
Yeah, show up for yourself, right?
Show up like Tara. Tara's killing it in LA now. Now, you could say to yourself, oh, I got to go to LA. You're married. I don't want to leave.
Mm-hmm. I go through it.
And of course
exactly. It's exactly what I go through.
Why am I going there? This could be a big waste of time. But LA.
This was this morning's conversation.
Yes. No, but LA is calling you.
I know it is.
LA is saying, the energy is here right now. Mm-hmm. Come here. And a lot of people go, no. And those people don't make it. But you go, no, I'm getting on a plane. I'm getting an apartment there. I'm following this through. And
I just had a conversation with a friend who had a great opportunity. And she was like, well, I don't want to go there. And I don't want to. And I'm like, you have to show up for yourself. Like, it's not just going to happen. It's not like, or she'll be like, oh, I did social media. It's not working. I'm like, social media I can't even look at social media and say if it's working out. It's just post and keep doing it.
Yes.
Keep posting, keep doing. It's like, and that's for obviously comedians or, but that's a habit. Like Chazz is saying to anybody out there who wants to do it, it's like consistently do something to work towards your goal that's positive. Like,
right.
It's part of your system. It's like every day, get a good night's sleep or eat well or whatever it is that's going to make you feel like your optimal best.
Right.
That's what's going to get you to start reaching your goals.
Right. It's the little things.
If you're going on an audition tired, if you're stressed out, if you can't know your lines, like even with a comic, and Kathrine, you've said this too as an actress, like when you know your stuff, then you can just be you in your role. right? It's like when you know
Yeah.
your lines. Like for me, it's like I got to know the material so well that I'm just there having a conversation with you guys at that point. Those are all habits.
I mean, and again, you know, it's the big story. You took your son to the audition for Bronx Tale, and all of a sudden you said, well, you know, if I'm not mistaken, you saw women being auditioned, and you said, what's going on here?
Yeah.
They said, you want to audition? You went, yeah.
Yeah, but before that, I was going out on auditions on
Right.
Through Backstage.
Through Backstage.
People don't believe in. That's what I always do say too. Any way that you can get in, because if you're not getting in the easy way, then you go in by doing, you know, extra work.
Anything.
Get on a set, do good extra work.
Yeah.
You know how many times I'm sitting there and I see an extra and I'm like working with like the principal actors are
Right.
working. I go, that extra is so good that I noticed them. And they go, I did. And most of the time the other actor goes, I know, I noticed that too. And that extra, it just happened to us on Godfather of Harlem. One of the guys, I don't want to say his name, but he was an extra. And I was like, wow, he's so good. Put his all into that extra work, that background work. Now he's like a principal actor on the show.
Yeah. Now,
Wow.
how is that? You
Wow.
know, he worked hard.
Happened a lot on Sopranos. A lot. Drea
lot.
Di Matteo
Yeah.
had a little co-star role. She
Yeah.
showed up.
Some
you
people
know.
go, ah, no,
Was,
no.
what was she? One of the girls?
Yeah, she was like in a restaurant. She was the host, like.
Yeah, she was the host. She
Yeah.
worked with me. Her first scene.
yeah.
She had one line and she couldn't even get it right. She always talks about that.
Yeah.
She was nervous, but she was so good. It was undeniable. But I'm saying, like, if you can't get in the first floor, then go to the each floor, try it. And what I mean by that is make your own thing, like we said, your own short, your own this, get in a class, do something, but always be doing something. And cattle calls do work. Cattle calls, go on open calls.
Go on open calls. If that's your only option, go on it.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't feel like going and get in line.
No, you
Well,
know what everybody says?
What?
The excuse not to go is they already got the person. That's SAG laws. They have to open it up.
Yeah,
That's
they
the
always say
SAG
that. They always say that.
rule.
Which
they
is
have
true. Which
well,
is
it wasn't
true a
for
lot.
your thing. For Bronx Tale.
Well, we had you guys because we had to see other people, but we had Bob De Niro, and you know Bob's the 800-pound gorilla that says this is the way I want to do it.
Yeah.
And that's the way it was.
And it was an open call.
It was an open call.
So
That's correct.
All right. So everybody would say to me, "What are you doing? You're not even. You're not even a working actress. What do you got? Some nerve going in for to play De Niro's
Do you know
wife or something."
my first part in a film was it 1980? I don't know, 1982 or something. And I'm this young actor, and I look at backstage. And I'll never forget it. I'm reading backstage, just like you did, and it says they're doing a student film, a graduate film, whatever. And I saw looking for an Italian. Said what, late 20s, early 30s, and I went, oh. And I saw NYU, and I'll never forget it. On the corner, there was a guy selling magazines, and I walked over and I said, hey, excuse me, sir, you know where NYU is? And he goes, yeah, right there. I was right across the street. I'll never forget. He went, yeah, right there. I said, oh, shit. Really? He goes, yeah, that's NYU. I went, oh. So I walked in, and I meet this, I walk in, I meet a guy, my friend Pat. He's not my friend after all these years. All these years we've been friends. Pat Kupo, who was the star of the film. And I meet the director, Chinese director. And I say, hi, you know. He didn't speak much English at all. But
Pat Cooper, the comedian?
No.
Oh.
Pat Kupo was a friend of mine. Everybody always says that. He's a wonderful actor. And so I meet him, and he goes, yeah, so I don't want to say his name. So he goes, he wants us to
Improvise.
Improvise. So we improvise, you know, and they say thank you to me. I say, all right, thanks a lot. I left. I go home because we didn't have cell phones then.
I know. I love that you had to ask somebody where it was. I caught
Yeah,
that. I'm
yeah.
like, back, we would have just, it's so accessible. You just could have looked on your
Well, this
phone.
is 1982, you know. So I get home and I get the call, and yeah, they want me to be in the movie. No money, no nothing, you know. So he was graduating NYU, he was a film student. And I go in and I do the film, and the film wins Best Film of the Year in New York, in NYU.
What was the name of it?
Fine Line. You know who the director was?
Who?
Ang Lee.
Oh, wow.
my God.
Ang Lee, one of the
Wow.
great
Yeah.
directors
Ang
in the
Lee's
world
great.
That's
today.
a great story.
Ang Lee.
That's great.
Okay, look what he's done. Ang Lee, Enter the what is the dragon thing, and Sarah. Ice
Life
Storm.
of Pi.
What?
Life of Pi.
I mean, one of the brilliant directors, and we've been friends ever since.
Didn't he
you know?
do Made in Manhattan with Jennifer Lopez?
I don't know if he did that.
He did Brokeback Mountain.
Brokeback Mountain. I mean, one of the
Brokeback
great
Mountain was
directors.
great. Oh, look, he's showing us on the screen.
Right. Yeah. So you never know. You never know. Eat, drink. Yeah, right. I mean, he's done like.
He
Oh
didn't
my
do
God.
Made in Manhattan?
I don't think so. But one of the great directors. So you never know.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't know.
No, I know.
You know. So props to Ang Lee and props to my buddy Pat Cupo, still friends. And it's a great little film. And
And for 2025, show up.
show up. I've always said that to people.
Yeah.
Please show up. You're hurting yourself. She's showing up, California. You show up. You don't care.
My trailer's going to drop on the 13th.
Come on, tell us.
Alto Nights, me and Bob and Deborah
You
Messing.
and Bob.
Deborah
De Niro.
Messing. Deborah Messing. No, I'm so excited for it. I can't
Deborah's
wait.
in it too?
Deborah Messing's in it.
Oh, she's great.
She plays Bob's wife as he. Wait, for me, he's Vito Genovese. And for her, he's
Costello.
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 So it comes out.
Well, the trailer's out now. By now, the trailer's out. When's the movie come out?
The
People
trailer's
can
out.
watch the trailer right now. Like,
Yes.
you don't have to wait for it. You can actually.
Oh,
That's what I'm
yeah,
trying
yeah,
to
the
say.
trailer's
You can
out.
watch the trailer right
The
now.
trailer's out, and the movie comes out March 21st in a lot of theaters.
I said
All around
3,500
the country.
theaters.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Barry Levinson directed
Did you
it.
see the trailer yet? No.
Freaking amazing.
It's amazing.
It's amazing. I'm in it.
You're in it.
Of
It's got to be
course.
amazing. All right. I mean, that's. I'm looking forward to seeing that movie.
Yeah.
Bob's playing two characters.
You got your buddy in there.
Got my man in there. You
You got
know.
your man. You got your boy.
I mean, he always goes, let's see, how can I make this harder for myself? I know. I'll play two characters. I mean, he's
Did you see him
he's
in
nuts.
makeup for both?
Yeah. I mean, to take on that's such a challenge to,
Yeah.
I guess in his career, when you do everything, you do the great roles that he's done.
Yeah.
You say, well,
What's
could be the
next?
next challenge? I mean,
Right.
For me, Al Pacino's was Scent of a Woman playing a blind.
He was great. Al was great.
I think
in
playing a
that.
blind person was a big challenge.
But you know what? And you know what? He might not do it. He's older now. And it might be, I hope it's not too late, but I would love for my friend Robert De Niro to do a Broadway show. I would love to see Bob. I want the world to see Bob
on Broadway?
on Broadway.
Wow.
I mean, he hasn't been on Broadway since Cuba and the Teddy Bear.
Wow.
And I know he must say, oh, Chazz, please. He's probably pissed at me right now for saying that. He's like, Chazz, leave me alone, please. I don't want to work that hard. But I'm sure they could work something out where it's for like
Limited 3 weeks.
that's 6 weeks, 5 performances a night. You're Robert De Niro. You could say whatever you want.
Yeah.
Bruce Springsteen did it. Bruce did it. His show, one-man show. I'm not saying Bob to do a one-man show, but I'm saying I would love for him to do a Broadway show so the world could see this great actor live. See him live.
I saw Pacino live.
Oh, I've seen Al live many times.
Me too.
I worked
Taming
on
of
the
the
show
Shrew.
Yeah.
Taming of the Shrew, I saw him do. I saw him do The Merchant of Venice.
Venice, yes.
I saw him do
Salome. Did you see
Salome. I saw
that?
Salome.
Yes.
And I also saw him do with Bobby Cannavale. I saw Glenn Ross.
Oh, how was that?
He was great.
Oh, insane.
Insane. I mean, Bobby's great. Bobby Cannavale is great.
Bobby is
Really, he's the real deal. He's great.
He was amazing in The Hairy Ape. I was mesmerized.
What about the motherfucker with the hat?
He was great in that, but I liked The Hairy Ape. And I liked, he did the modern version with his wife, Rose Byrne. They did Medea.
Oh, she's great, too.
Oh, they did Medea?
Yeah, the modern version.
And you have to see,
modern,
you have to
now.
see him, Ezra. You could get Ezra now on, you could video it.
Stream it?
Stream it. Yeah, Ezra was great. Great. Written by my friend Tony Spiridakis, and Bob is great in it. Bobby Cannavale, his wife. Just great. I love the movie. It was terrific. Directed by Tony Goldwyn. Really good. Really
I love
good.
Tony.
Yeah, I love Tony Goldwyn.
So, and I'm just saying, you know, you got to show up.
You got to show up.
Folks.
I hear you in my head every time I don't want to do something that I know I should do.
Every time I go, I'm not going to do it. But then I go, oh, Chazz.
Here, I'm going to write something,
Show
message
up.
to everybody.
And you know what I do? I show up, and something good comes out of it. What?
Okay.
Show up.
And we're selling that piece of art right now.
Show up.
That's going to be auctioned.
Show up.
The show up that she signed will now be auctioned.
And if you don't make it, don't bitch.
And you know what? If you show up for something and something good happens out of it, even if you go to something you didn't want to go to, like
Right.
you know, a networking thing. I hate the word networking, but if you go to something and it happens, let us know. Tell us about it.
Yeah. Tell us
Please.
about, hey, you know what? I wasn't going to go to this thing, but I showed up, and this is what happened.
Yeah.
Now, does that mean every time you show up, something great's going to happen? No. But your odds go way down if you don't show up. I mean, that's just the way it is.
You have no
So true.
odds. There are no odds
There
if you
are
don't
no
show
odds. That's
up.
true.
It's so true.
The odds are you're out. Well, anyway, I just got to say that I'm so happy the girls are back.
Girls are back
So,
in town.
wait, so
the
Kat-
girls are back in town.
we'll start with you.
won't
Tell
with
us
my
about your
terrible
movie coming
accent.
out.
Oh, Alto
Well,
Nights.
your movie's out now. It's out. Yeah.
Oh, my movie. No, the trailer's out right now.
trailer's out right now.
Trailer's out right now, Alto Nights. And Barry Levinson directed it. It's me, Deborah Messing, Michael Rispoli, Cosmo Jarvis, who was in Shogun. It won all the awards last
Yes.
night at the Golden Globes.
Golden Globes.
And the movie will be out February, March 21st.
March 21st. And how about you?
All my shows are on tarajokes.com. I know February 8th, I'm going to be at the Avenel Pack. February 15th, I'm going to be in DC Comedy Loft. February 14th, I'll be at Laugh It Up Comedy Club. Then I'm back to Niagara for February 20th to the 22nd. And at the end of the month in February, I am in San Diego and Arizona on February 26th and 27th.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Whoa. Anyway, this is Chazz Palminteri. Don't forget to go to my podcast. My website, chazzpalminteri.net. And my restaurants, two of the great Italian restaurants in New York, 30 West 46th Street, 264 Main Street, Chazz Palminteri's. And I want to see you next week. God bless you all, and see you on next Monday.